Whatever, Nashville. Okay, I don't... Everyone bark for me, please. Thank you. I like that. Sexy. Whatever,
Sexy?
Okay,
Sexy. So there's this new artist, Sombr, who's blown up recently, and we got to talk about some stuff because he made a video response, which we're going to show here in a few seconds, responding to some criticisms that he's been receiving on the things that he does at his performance and shows, right? And look, if you're a musician, you can present yourself however you want. I don't care if a musician's vulgar, sexual for the most part. I don't care about these types of things. However, in this particular case that we're going to be responding to today, that is relevant, what I just said, because this is somebody whose audience primarily is under the age of 18. And this is somebody who acknowledges that his audience is primarily under 18. And yet he continues to engage in very inappropriate ways. And there's a lot, actually, I've been finding.
Do not be afraid to shake your ass. I said do not be afraid to shake your ass. I said do not be afraid to shake your ass. Do not be...
Okay, so again, you know, if this was a 21 plus concert type of thing, even 18 plus, then, you know, it wouldn't be that big of a deal to me.
Be a parent. Well, I haven't been a parent. I'm still daddy though, but I know it bark for me right now. Good girl and boy.
I thought I was chronically online, but it's just come to my attention that there's a TikTok drama going around because a 25-year-old attended my concert and was basically complaining that there were too many tweens there, I was making too many brain rot jokes, and she just thought it was a cringe concert. And also she was body shaming me, and it's kind of started a massive body shaming hate train directed towards me on a lot of videos of me on the internet right now, which is, I totally respect people having opinions, but I'm a 20-year-old artist, freshly 20.
Oh, man. Okay, first of all, I know he probably didn't mean it this way, but, like, I think it's really weird when people refer to themselves when they're very young as, like, I'm freshly 18. I'm a fresh 20-year-old. Like, what? That's can we not use that term to just, like, you're a new artist, okay? You're up and coming. You're young. You're getting all this fame and attention and money. Can we shy away from using I'm a fresh 20-year-old? Like, am I the only one who feels that way? Maybe I'm overthinking it. I don't know.
If you're 25 years old and you're going to come to my concert and not expect people younger than you to be there when I, the artist, am 5 years younger than you, it's just a skill issue. Also, like, the jokes thing, like, you had to have known about my online presence before coming to my concert. I mean, anyone who knows me knows I've never uttered a serious word in my life. And also, I make jokes for 5 minutes of the concert, and the rest is music. Like, live a little, enjoy life. Every age, sex, sexuality, gender, race, everyone is welcome at my concert, and I mean...
There we got it, right there, okay? This is the problem. He's advertising his music, his concerts, as for all ages. For all ages. A-L-L, all. This is the fundamental problem and my biggest critique of this individual. Look, his music's fun. It's cool. It's not, I don't care if he makes memes or brain rot jokes. However, telling your all ages audience to bark for you, this is acknowledging that you are fully aware that the majority of your viewers in person are under the age of 18. And you, as a 20-year-old, do have a responsibility to be safe and to create an environment where you're not being inappropriate with minors. I know that's really controversial to say these days, but you shouldn't be asking your fans to call you to bark for you, call it sexy, and then say, oh, I'm daddy, good boy, good girl. When you've just knowingly responded to somebody criticizing you on TikTok, there's a big TikTok drama going on because this woman made a response, and I watched it. I didn't really find it all that interesting other than some of the stuff that she had to say I just disagreed with, so I'm not really included in here. But she was critical of him, and she brings the same stuff up, like, from what she saw, the majority of the people were underage. And his response was to say, everybody's welcome to my concert of all ages, which is a horrendous response. Like, if you wanted to really make the mark here, you should have just said 18 plus, 21 plus, anything like that. And it would have alleviated a lot of the criticism that you're getting, because you're very vulgar in your concerts, and you've talked about having your ding dong sucked. And again, now that you acknowledge that it's all ages, that's a problem. And the fact that you don't see how creepy this is, it is creepy, man. It's creepy to say things like this. Bark for me, good boy, good girl. Oh, that's sex. Like, come on, man. Yes, it is cringy. But if you're fostering an environment where there are people who are under the age of 18, that in of itself is a problem. You know, obviously, if you are a big artist and you have an 18 plus, 21 plus, concert, there are going to be people who, fake IDs and get into those concerts. And that context is very, very different of people sneaking into a concert, being underage, versus saying, hey, my concert's all ages and I'm still going to be sexual. I'm still going to talk about having my ding dong sucked. And I'm going to refer to myself as daddy. But you know what? We're not done yet, okay?
Everyone. You guys need to find problematic people to hate on, because I am just existing. Also, I'm just going to give a quick tutorial.
Oh, so funny. We haven't seen that one 1,000 times. Sombr also does this bit on his concerts, which, look, I don't like this, and I'm going to tell you why I don't like this. Because every single incident that I've seen of this happening, it has always been with women. It's all women. I have not seen a single TikTok video, and I looked for it, trust me. I went through Sombr fan pages on TikTok. I couldn't find a single interaction with him doing this with a man. Rather, it's all relatively attractive women. He brings them on stage, and they call their ex, and, well, I'm going to just show you a couple videos so you see what I'm talking about, okay?
Ex. Anthony, why did you break up with your ex? Oh, soak it in. Come on, why'd y'all break up?
She cheated on me, what do you mean?
Bro, wait. What's your defense?
He's the one that cheated on me. So she cheated on me, right? So I decided to play petty and cheat back.
What do you have to say about that?
He cheated on me as soon as I went to college. First week.
Why'd you cheat on her the first week she went to college?
I didn't cheat on her. What are you talking about?
Okay, bye. No, that guy doesn't have his story straight. First week she went to college.
I didn't cheat on her. What are you talking about?
Okay, bye. No, that guy doesn't have his story straight. He seems like he doesn't know what's going on. And we believe you, baby. We believe you. Anthony.
The phrase, we believe you, we believe. I'm sorry, I don't believe her. And I understand, like, this is like a he said, she said situation, and it's like a bit and it's funny and blah, 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 blah. But here's another one, okay?
Your current boyfriend? Oh, yeah. Oh, so they're together right now. Wait, should we expose them on your IG story? Hello to Maddie's Instagram story. This is Sombr. Okay, Aiden cheated on Maddie, so we're gonna put his @ on the screen, and everyone go just like unfollow Aiden because we don't like a cheater. So yeah. Aiden, don't cheat, and Maddie's gonna break up with you, right, Maddie?
Yeah, my boyfriend cheated on me.
So, look. Oh my god, this makes me mad. This makes me so angry. Like, genuinely, this makes me angry. This is a level of harassment online that is wrong, okay? I don't like it when people do stuff like this, primarily because we don't know the situation behind this couple, this person. Every single girl goes up there, my boyfriend cheated on me, and he does something like this. The fact that he tagged the person's Instagram handle and he's telling thousands of fans at a concert to go harass some dude named Aiden because some girl gets up on stage and says, my boyfriend cheated on me, right? Do you not see the problem with that? Do you not see how we don't know the context of that story? We don't know who this Aiden guy is. Did he really cheat? We don't know. But the problem is you're invoking your audience to go do something and attack people and accuse somebody of something they didn't do or we don't know that they did based upon some random person on stage that you don't know. I'm sorry. We live in the day and age where I don't just because somebody says this happened to me on the internet does not mean that it happened. As somebody who went through a massive legal battle just a couple years ago, right? I'm all too well equipped on people who just want to say things, just say them. They don't care about the repercussions of it. They don't care about how people will be harassed and doxxed, and social media maybe even shut down because of how crazy concert fans and how parasocial people can become with, you know, my favorite artist is telling me to go do this, to go accuse somebody of something, even though it's not true because he said so, right? And this is, again, it's always women that he's doing this. He brings a woman on stage. He says, we believe you. And this next one actually isn't as bad that I'm about to show you, but the end of it is telling to me. And I'll explain to my reasoning why. And I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me on this, but this is another one, all right?
Jack, why did you guys break up?
Because I regret it.
I said why. I didn't ask if you regret it, Jack.
I wanted, time for my friends, but she's not.
What's your side of the story?
He's immature.
Me, personally, as a mature man, I can't with an immature man. Jack, do you want your shawty back? Be honest.
Of course I do. Liz is the most beautiful girl, and I regret it so hard. I love you so much.
That is very cute. Liz, what do you have to say?
I love you.
But be careful. Male manipulators are good at hiding themselves. They like to call me a male manipulator on the internet, but I just want to say, I am a feminist. Why did you guys break up?
I love that. This is the end of it right there, okay? Look, this is completely anecdotal, what I'm about to say. This is my own personal experience, but I do have a lot of experience on YouTube and social media. I've been on here for 15 years, half my life, right? When I hear a man call himself a male feminist, that should be a person's red flag, okay? I know this is going to get spicy. It should be considered a red flag because what I've seen is that men who call themselves male feminists, and not obviously I can't speak for all men. I'm not speaking for all men, but in my experience, there's a lot of male feminists on YouTube who have had some of the most detrimental SA allegations, not even allegations, just actual assaults and done horrible things, releasing revenge porn. And I think the best example of talking about male feminism is like Onision, right? This is a guy, Onision's a guy who always would call himself a male feminist, right? And there's actually other creators I could mention here, but Onision's, I think, just the prime best example. But these people who come on the internet and are like, I'm a male feminist, blah, 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 blah. It's always the male feminists who always have the biggest rap sheet. And I feel like a lot of men who call themselves male feminists do this as a way to facade themselves to break a woman's, I guess, or break a man or woman's shell down to where like, oh, this person's a feminist. They identify with the same similar values as me. But more often than not, from what I have seen and in my own personal life and people, my friend groups and stuff, it's really funny to me that he says that the internet, you know, people call him a male manipulator on the internet, but I'm a feminist. As in, like, if you're a feminist, therefore that negates the fact that you can't be a manipulative or bad person. Like, they use I'm a feminist as like a shield to protect themselves from any sort of critique of behaviors or things that they actually do. Does that make sense? Am I breaking this down in a really simple way to follow? I hope so. Look, at the end of the day, I'm not trying to cancel your favorite musician, okay? That's not the goal here. I'm not trying to cancel anybody. I'm just trying to talk about this because it's all over my trending page for some reason, even though I had never even heard of this guy up until just this last week. And his response, when I saw his response, right, I was ignoring all of this until I saw his response just a couple days ago, which got like 9.9 million views, where he says he's an all-age concert. And if you're going to advertise your concerts that way, then you have a responsibility to be safe and not be inappropriate with your fans. And regardless of how you want to word it, it is inappropriate to call yourself daddy, call people little boys and girls, and tell them to bark for you. Call it sexy, knowing that there are children in your audience, that there are minors in your audience. I don't think that's a crazy controversial thing or stance to hold, and I understand why he's being criticized for this, and rightfully so. Like, this is indefensible. I don't think that you should be inappropriate when you've acknowledged that there are minors in your audience. But what do I know, right? I'm sure the Sombr fans are going to flood my comment section, call me names, and blah, 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 blah. Go do you. I also think, and look, I'm going to just say this. I also think that at some point, this guy, Sombr, there's going to be a massive controversy surrounding this man, either in regards to SA taking advantage of somebody, or some ex is going to come out and blast him with a bunch of evidence on he's a terrible person. I genuinely believe that. And, you know, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But I think that's going to happen just based upon his type of mentality and behavior that's being exhibited here and his response to that said criticism of, hey, you have minors in your audience. And his response is blah, 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 blah. I welcome everybody of all ages. And then he doesn't seem to recognize that there's all ages, you're doing this inappropriately and it's creepy, right? I'm telling you, it's going to happen. Mark my words. Anyways, that's all I got to say.